Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be demolding the blanks that we made yesterday on the live stream. So if you missed that, we dunked some, where did I put it? I don't have any of that stuff right now, but we dunked some packing materials. I put that stuff over back there. I wanted to try something a little different. We did this a little while ago, and I wanted to try some translucent, transparent colors this time. So I'm actually going to... I didn't set my little thing up very well. There we go. So I wanted to try some transparent stuff, and we also did a kind of an opaque one just so we could have some fun throwing some colors together. So it'll be pretty quick today. We're not going to be doing much. I'm just going to be popping a few things out of molds, and we'll see what they look like. Unfortunately, with pen blanks, it's a little bit difficult to see exactly what's going on, just taking out the brick. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. I'll post pics on Instagram and Facebook once I get those cut up, and I think I'm going to be doing that probably a little bit later today. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day today. I hope everybody is having a good weekend in general. So we got a few people here. So Pixie was on time this time, and Klondike, Exotic, Yak's here. What's up, man? And Brad and Julie. Sweet. So, and it looks like we got about 22 people that are peeking in on us. So Yolandi's here. How's it going? So let's, without further ado, let's switch to the, let's see here. Let's try this view. I think it's a better view coming in from the side with this camera. Huh. It's more bright. Anyway, we're going to constantly change things around on this one. So what we have here, so we did, this was the first one we did, and I wanted to try Blurple. So this is blue to purple color shift powder. That's it in clear resin. And then we tossed in some packing materials. Then we tried a couple different things. These were all like transparent resin. So we did one, this one, I'm not sure what we're gonna get in this one. It was like, we mixed up some transparent yellow, I wanna say, and transparent green. I'm gonna have to look, maybe orange. Hold on a minute. What did we do? I can't remember now. It was transparent yellow and something. Oh, and pink. That's right, with the micro starlight glitter. And then we did one that was red, and then we did one that was orange with starlight glitter. So, and then this was the last one. This one's not transparent. We did all kinds of fun colors with this one. So we'll pull that out and see what's going on. It's kind of tough. I like just mixing up, whatever kind of colors. It was tough to kind of hone in on just transparent stuff. There's not a whole lot that you can do with that necessarily. So let's just do these in order as we made them. Let's see. Oh, more people are coming. Sweet. Let's see here. All right. So let's see. Can we? Oh, that one just popped right out of there. Look at that. Easy does it. So pretty cool. This time we are going to actually be able to see patterning from that stuff. That was one problem that we had. Let's see. I don't have any of the blanks. I have the pen. You just didn't really see a whole lot of the actual packing material. It's very tough to tell. So we did this pen, and you can see little bits of it, but it's not like it's creating an overall pattern like this. So you can look in the sides, and that's kind of, initially, this is what I had in mind more, is where you can kind of see it almost looks like almost like a honeycomb, like a snake skin, something. You can see some sort of a cool pattern in there. So the tough thing about pen blanks is, we're going to have to cover up the tubes in these. So that I don't know how these are going to work out with pen tubes exactly, for pen blanks. But I'm pretty excited. I really like the blue to purple color shift. This is what I kind of call like a twilight aurora look. The other way that we've usually done the blurple, the blue to purple color shift, is you add purple dye to this mixture, and it is wicked. It's darker and it kind of stands out more, but having this brown stuff, as a background, that's dark enough to really pop this color shift. So it's pretty cool looking. Happy with that one. Let's go for these tubes here. Let's see, I might need to get something to pop these guys out. That one worked okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I think that the big thing with these, I think that getting the packing material like put in your blank correctly, I think that's kind of maybe the trick, you know, because I'm kind of digging this, but at the same time, some parts are a little bit better than others in here. But you can see down in the bottom where you have light going through and you see that pattern. That's pretty cool. So, you know, another thing is maybe if you just lay things down in square molds, like layers of this stuff, that might be, we never tried that. So, you know, there's different things, but at least we're seeing, you know, we can see what we're getting a little bit. And with a lot of things, less is more sometimes, you know. You don't necessarily need to stuff things completely full. You just need a little bit placed properly. So let's go with this, let's see, we got this one's the orange one. That thing's going to be kind of sharp, I think, so I'm going to watch myself. That one's pretty cool. This one's got some starlight glitter in there, the micro, and then orange dye, and some interesting patterning going on. I'm digging it. So these two are totally transparent, and actually this one is too. Whereas this one, I would call this like translucent. And another way that you can get this kind of translucent effect is by being very careful about how much mica powder you put in. You can kind of get that translucent thing going on as well with that. So I think there's even more testing that we could do with these things, honestly. The possibilities are endless, guys, with packing materials, free packing materials. All right, now this one is actually kind of interesting. It almost looks like a carbon fiber pattern in there. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Kind of interesting, though. We jam-packed this one kind of full, and it's kind of interesting. I'm wondering, you know, this one, what I'm thinking about is when you start, you know, cutting into this, it may produce some pretty interesting results, actually. I don't know. You know, not super wowed by it or anything like that, but doing these experiments kind of gives you more ideas. I think that's the idea with, you know, experimenting. A lot of times, you may not get the most amazing result, but it may spark an idea that you maybe wouldn't have thought of otherwise. Oh, that one fell right out too. Look at that. Just falling out of my molds. Ooh, this one's going to be pretty cool, I think. Wow. So this one was not translucent. We went for pretty much opaque. And man, look at those colors down there. See how it's all different? And this is one of the things, I really think this material, this is what I liked after the first time we used this, is the resin kind of ends up going through all of these little holes, and it really mixes up your colors a little bit. You get some patterning in there, but it kind of gives you, without even swirling it up, it gives you some interesting color swirl patterns. So that one, I don't know. I don't even know what colors we used. I think it was 4 colors. Let's look it up. Let's see what we got in there. I know we have the UFO green. That's the green stuff from Eye Candy. We did sky blue, blood red, and plum crazy in here. Pretty awesome looking. So I think that if you want a definite winner, just shove some of this packing material in your mold and pour resin over it. All I did, you know, you can go back and watch how I did it, but just kind of poured one color at a time, a little bit, over and over again. And you know, you can see on the sides, I think once we cut into these, we're going to get some pretty interesting patterning again. So I'm definitely happy with that. And this is exactly what I had in mind with this. The transparent ones, probably room for improvement on these things. I think that I'm looking down at the bottom of this one, and if you can kind of spiral the packing material in there and keep it, you know, where the things are kind of open, I think that's a really interesting pattern. But it's going to be kind of difficult to place it exactly how you want it in the mold, I think. That's going to be the only issue. But not too bad, and I think, you know, with this stuff, if you're going translucent, I don't think it matters as much, because I think you're going to kind of get patterning once you kind of cut into it and all that. And it doesn't require a whole lot of holes, you know, like space between. You can kind of pack this in a little bit more, and it's just obscuring it a little bit, and you're adding a little bit of that shape, the patterning in there. So anyway, let's see here. What do we got going on? I'm going to switch to this view, see if anybody has any questions or anything. Alex is here. What's up, man? How's the new shop going? Let's see. Okay, I don't think I missed any questions up there. Let me... Yolandi's asking about the tube molds. This is just PVC pipe. I get the clear stuff. I mean, you can't go, to your local hardware store and get this. But you can just use the regular. It's no different than the regular, like, white PVC. But I get this stuff. I like clear better, so I can see what's going on. And you can get this. I have links. I think you guys someone might have been talking about the tools I use page on my website. Let me just go grab a link to that so you know where it is. I got links on, I didn't, I wasn't using the right camera. So these things, it's just a PVC pipe. No different than the other ones. And then I get these guys from Turner's Warehouse, and I have links to them as well. So let me go get that link. So I have links on my tools I use page on my website. Here's a link to that if you want to check that out. I got lots of stuff. I don't have every single thing that I've ever used in a video, but most of the basics, molds and all that kind of stuff is up there, resins, all that. Let's see here. Yeah, and you guys are talking about, like, the things falling out. These do not fall out. They're sometimes I have had, there are tapered plugs. I've used these in the past, and for anything larger than 3/4, I gave up on because these things fall out. These ones from Turner's Warehouse fit perfectly, and they don't fall out. They're not gonna. On larger pipes, because they even make a 4-inch, I wouldn't recommend, just picking it up from the top. Probably best to place something with a lot of resin on there, on some sort of a flat surface. But I have picked those up even, and I haven't had one spill on me. But you don't want that to happen. But on the smaller ones, like something like this is 1.5 inches, no way. 2-inch even, it's not going to fall out. Let's see here. All right, so scrolling down. Yeah, you can make tube molds with silicone as well if you want. I actually have some. These are P-Town Subby. P-Town Subby. You can get these at Turner's Warehouse and at ptownsubby.com. They make different sizes of these. I don't think they have one that's like this size necessarily, but if you really want one made and you don't have the setup, you don't want to make them yourself, you can actually order custom molds from Fred over at P-Town Subby. So ptownsubby.com. So yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it's not ready yet? Oh man, that's too bad. Hopefully it'll get up soon. Yeah, on PVC pipes, you definitely want to use mold release. I use Alumilite Clear, which doesn't stick as much to PVC, but at the same time, it doesn't really shrink much. So you definitely want to, just give it a light coating. You shouldn't need, you don't want it to be like dripping down. And one thing that I've also found is if you hold the thing open, you know how like if you hold a spray nozzle, something under pressure open a while, it'll cool down, and sometimes it can kind of be, you can get some condensation. So you kind of want to be a little bit careful when you're spraying your pipes, because Alumilite will react if any moisture condensation does come out of there. So I'm usually kind of, just spray it a little bit. You want to make sure the whole thing's coated well, but you don't need to just douse it. It shouldn't be like dripping out of there. With epoxy, those typically stick to molds more. That's one of the reasons why I like using Alumilite Clear Slow Set. It's not as hard on molds. It doesn't tend to stick to them as much. But with epoxy, definitely. Worst case scenario, you can always turn the thing off of the outside of a blank, but you don't really want to do that if you don't have to. Let's see here. Okay, I don't think I missed anything else. Yeah, P-Town they make all kinds of stuff. They make the tube-in molds that I use, which are silicone. Again, they make the Geezy molds. So if you wanted to do like label blanks or something, they make the Geezy style things where you make the kind of, it's like a mold of a mold, and then you fill in resin with those. They make single pen blank silicone ones. They make I think I actually have a P-Town somewhere. I have a P-Town HDPE mold that works really well. So they got all kinds of stuff. And then of course, Turner's Warehouse has, you know, the HDPE milled out ones and all that stuff. So there's all kinds of places to get molds. That's not a tough one these days. It used to be. It used to be pretty hard to find HDPE molds, and silicone wasn't, you know, like not everybody had them back in the day. So anyway, yeah. So I'm pretty excited about these guys. Like I said, I'll cut these bricks up and get these things going. I think originally I was trying to make one of these I was trying to make it as a handle to go with the bigger one that I made previously. And I think, and what I was going to do is send that up to Carl. I'm not loving this. It is interesting. I can see slight differences. There is a little bit of like pink resin, like pink up there. So, but this one's kind of a dud. I'm not super thrilled about that one. So I'm going to probably make something else for Carl. Shove some packing material in there, and hopefully it'll match up with that other one. And maybe he'll turn, I don't know. It doesn't matter if he turns a mallet, but that's kind of what I was thinking. So we'll get one of those things going. It'll be cool. Hodgepodge. You missed it. Sorry. These ones you got to be on time because the demolding doesn't take long. But I'm really excited to see how these guys turn out, these two pen blank ones. And then I think I might kind of clean this one up because it is still pretty interesting. Just looking at, you know, being able to see through there and see those patterns. A little bit bunched up in the top up there, but the bottom's definitely good. So I might cut this into stopper blanks. We will definitely, this bottom one is going to be an awesome stopper, I think. Same thing with this one. It's got some interesting stuff going on in there. I think one of the kind of really interesting things is you can almost see through the paper when you hold, like, you know, with a light behind it. I don't know that I can get that. I don't think you guys can see that because there's no lights, but it's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find if they have, someone was asking, can you dye the paper stuff, the material? And maybe, but I think that it's going to be, I think that's that's an uphill battle type thing, but it'd be cool if you could find this kind of perforated paper that was already a different color, like, you know, almost like it was like construction paper perforated like that. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. So, good grunt call. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know what that is. Actually, guessing it's a hunting call. Grunt. Oh, is that a? That's like a big game call, isn't it? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's all we got today. I think we'll wrap it up. So again, tomorrow's video is going to be the X-Wing sphere. I am super stoked about that. And then the video's going up, and then also, and I kind of screwed up the dates. I realized I was doing blanks today, and I realized that today's the 12th, which means tomorrow's the 13th. And I was thinking, for some reason, the video was going to be going up the 20th. And so I was thinking about ending the auction of that piece on the 27th, and I think I'm going to keep that still. Uh-oh, dinner's ready. I think we're still going to keep the 27th as the end of the auction, but it's obviously it's going to be starting tomorrow. So I'll be posting an Instagram post, and the way that it's going to work is you'll enter a bid down below in the comments of that Instagram post, and then it'll run for a couple weeks, and then whoever has the highest bid wins at the end of that, and then we'll be sending the thing to whoever wins, and then all that money is going to be going to that the charity event that Scott Wishart is doing. So whatever the entire bid amount is, the winning bid goes directly to support the MS Society. So it should be pretty neat. I think it was a great. I'm really happy that I could help out with this charity event thing. It's a really cool one. I got to do a really fun project, and it's going to a good cause. And frankly, I don't know how much Scott's raised yet, but I think he actually got some donations from some corporations. So he's not just raising like pennies with this. It's not like, a few $100. Like he's raising a few $1,000s. So it's going to be a really good one. So hopefully that sphere will grab, a good amount of money. I think the one that he sold, he auctioned an X-Wing sphere. He makes those things all the time though. So his following he's already kind of got a big following of people who are interested in buying those types of things. So we'll see how mine does. But I think his went for $700. So hopefully I can get, you know, half that. I'd be pretty happy. So anyway, guys, be looking for that video tomorrow. And then one other thing that I want to mention. So tomorrow's the 13th. So next Wednesday, there's actually, I'm not going to be doing a stream again next Wednesday, but they're doing another maker event day, like all day long thing on Saturday. So I'm just basically going to switch. I was going to turn something on Wednesday. I'm just going to kind of switch those out. So Friday we're going to do a resin casting stream next week, and then Saturday I'm going to turn a pen actually. So different schedule changes going on all over the place, but Friday is the one that, you know, I try not to ever change that one. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Like I said, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could kind of share. The video is not as important as sharing the Instagram thing, but you know, the video may also help with that. So anything that you can do to kind of share, spread the word about the auction, because we want to, you know, we're trying to raise money. So whatever you guys can do to help spread the word, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the comments. So have a wonderful evening, and yeah, get in the shop and make something fun this weekend. Have a good one, guys.